Located in the Mediterranean Sea off the eastern coast of the Iberian Peninsula, we find the Balearic Archipelago, made up of the islands of Menorca, Ibiza, Formentera, and Mallorca, Palma de Mallorca being the capital of the latter island. Mallorca, with a small area of 3,600 square kilometers and a resident population of 800,000 inhabitants, has established itself as one of the major European tourist destinations, with about 17 million tourists with a very high concentration in the summer period. Receiving this intense population pressure has meant significant challenges for our city's infrastructures, especially regarding water and urban waste management and energy production. The city's water supply has been solved combining reservoirs, wells, natural springs, and brackish water purification systems. Urban waste management has also been solved, and we can consider having achieved zero waste to landfill, thanks to our recycling and incineration plants, with energy recovery capacity of certain wastes. However, our main challenge is in the energy sector, where our dependence on fossil fuels is almost 100%. We believe that we must transform part of our current energy production into a more sustainable production, conditioned by the need to reduce the impact of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. I would like to present to you one of the projects we are developing to meet those specific needs, and at the same time solve other problems related to tourism development in the area. However, to fully understand the true extent of the project, its implications, and perhaps its application in other areas with similar problems, we need to make a trip back through time and focus on a specific area of our island. We travel to the beginnings of the 19th century. In the Levante district of Palma, we find the Pla de Sant Jordi that has an extension of 3,000 hectares of wetland, where historically there was a lake flanked by Son Sant Joan, Saranyassa, and the Sant Jordi neighborhood. In 1846, the Dutch engineer Paul Bovey of Schorenberg established the Pla de Sant Jordi Land Draining Company, whose aim was to make this wetland area suitable for growing crops. And in 3 years, in 1849, the company successfully reached its goal, just in time before the 1850 floods, where it was put to the test. Thanks to the hydraulic mills that had been previously installed, the area was drained in just 8 days. The creation of these new farming and irrigation areas led to years of economic prosperity that enriched the area and all its inhabitants, the Pla earning itself the nickname Palma's Pantry. Everything looked as if this intimate and necessary relationship between the farmer and the land for the conservation of Pla de Sant Jordi would continue forever. But in the 50s, an activity started up that would change everything. Mass tourism began to arrive in the 60s and was a big boom, favored by the construction of the Son Sant Joan airport on the 7th of July 1960 in the area. Soon, all these tourist arrivals crystallized, especially in the Palma beach, and in Pla de Sant Jordi, a clear dichotomy came about between frontline tourism development and the rural agricultural land, both areas physically separated by the MA19 highway built in 1969. The combination of the tourism boom and the proximity to the airport accelerated the gradual shift away from the agricultural activity in the area that had ended up in the production of fodder for livestock. Finally, in 1972, the already fragile symbiosis between farmers and the land came to an end with the construction of the airport's second runway, and with the strong support of those decades' tourism revenue. At the present time, the land abandonment and the lack of maintenance of the mills has converted the Pla de Sant Jordi in a degraded area with periodic flooding, insect problems, and yields that are unproductive, low demand, and unprofitable. However, the area is a strategic location due to its proximity to the coastal hotel area and the airport. Thereby, we can reverse this situation. The fact that the area has become a high-density tourist destination is to our advantage, generating a great demand for electric and thermal energy. and tourists are increasingly seeking sun and beaches, but they are also committed to the environment. Why not somehow use those considerations to our advantage? From Palma City Council, we want to promote a new resurgence of Pla de Sant Jordi with a series of measures. We can use the existing water in the area and recuperate the agricultural activity through the growth of biomass energy, which would lead to an enhancement of the landscape, a source of income for the area, and an ethnological heritage recovery, not to mention a number of new untapped tourist applications, such as rural cycling or trekking. This cultivation and processing of biomass will generate green energy that will supply the airport and the area's hotels growing demand for electric and thermal energy. Undoubtedly, the new agricultural use of the Pla de Sant Jordi will bring back many benefits that were lost in the past due to the abandonment of the land, an interrelationship that resulted in maintaining a drained area in perfect condition and an inexhaustible commercial activity. The Palma Pantry, as it was known in the past, today meets all the necessary requirements to become the energy of Palma in the future. Let's continue the historic project of Bovi, creating a green lung for the city with the means and technology of the 21st century. This is our moment. Let's take the first step. Palma City Council.